Hi folks, happy to have you here on the AX Semantics meetup channel. Here you will find every 14 days our latest video from our meetup where we're discussing with experts and customers about the opportunities of content automation. If you have any questions, just write it in the comments. We will answer them as soon as possible. And don't forget to subscribe our channel. Then we will see you next time here on this channel.
I have the pleasure of welcoming the AX Semantics head. We are in the headquarters together with Alex. We are in one room and want to generate texts alive. The event is divided into two parts. First, we have Anika as the guest. She's just come back from the holidays and she has given us the responsibility for her projects. We do the texts and we want to have a status update live. So how far along are we with the text at Pier 14? What is the current status quo? And those of you who've been here for the first session know that we want to present texts, and in the live text generation part, we will refer to the We Do Care emails. This is an email that was sent out to a customer a few days after the purchase. I'm already saying we, I'm including everybody. So we and our customers together do send an email, in this case, Anika. I love it, Anika says. We're going to do this together and do not give a recommendation or an incentive to buy. We just want to give an information about how the customer will enjoy the product as long as they can. We don't know if we're going to improve our brand values, if we will improve the appreciation our customers have for us, but we want to try it out and we want to show how we do this. So Alex is going to present, to open the text, and Anika is going to have a look at it. I'm going to talk about the content in the background. Alex, you can share your screen already and open our project, and we are going to have a look at the texts. And for all those who are here for the first time, I'm going to repeat what the text concept was for Pier 14 and what the idea is based in. What you can see right away is what you see in the middle. For those of you who are no AX Semantics customers yet, the few people here, this is the surface in the NLG cloud. This is the area where our customers or project managers work in. And in the center, it starts with UID. Is that a purple or pink? Let's say it's pink. You see the UID. This is the unique code for the item. Then with the name, best element of color, season, color code black, gender for ladies, the manufacturer, the system color. So we don't need a lot of data here. And the background, why we need so little data, is the following. At Pier 14, there aren't that many employees who enter product data and maintain them. And the manufacturers don't like to send such a lot of data. And this is why we had the concept to use little data, but to produce comprehensive text. And we did that at 4 levels. A, we take the little data we have. This is what we need to generate the project at all. Second, we inform about Pier 14. They have 16 stores directly located at the Baltic Sea. And we speak about the manufacturer of this product, be it Copenhagen or a different manufacturer that doesn't really play a role. We have a brand, a dictionary to this end, and at the bottom we want to focus on the material composition. They have their own photo production, pictures they take at the Baltic Sea, and then individual pictures, and we want to enhance that and enrich it. And this Ostseeliebe, loving the Baltic Sea, this is something we also want to implement in the text. And so stay connected to the Baltic Sea, go there and buy from Pier 14. This is the connection that has to be maintained. So there are 4 different components, and this led to 4 story types. And these 4 story types are referring to different structures and follow different structures in order to exclude a repetition of context, of content and text, and so as to be able to control the conversions better and other measurement points that we still want to implement. And then we want to see which story type is more successful, of course. So now let's have a look at the different story types and product text. Anika, we're going to present our work. I'm really excited, Anika says. Are we going to touch on the text right away? Yes, stay here with the text. That's great. Here we see the structure, and I'm speaking more slowly so that the interpreter has a chance to follow this text. So don't be surprised that it takes a little longer. So we have the brand, the title, the search terms is the cardigan, the vest, and we defined the color and the title. We don't make a statement as yet. We're going to tell you why. We don't have any other statements, but we're just focusing on the search term and the keywords that we want to have in the text. And the first sentence already shows the materials, polyester and nylon in this case. It's a women's cardigan. You can pay with credit card, PayPal. This refers to Pier 14. So what can I do when buying from Pier 14? Then how to wash it at 30 degrees, fine laundry, etc. And it's very important that you must not put it into the laundry and you must not iron it very hot, and you mustn't bleach it. And of course, the service is available from 9 to 5. If you have questions, so Pier 14, who we are, how do you pay, and the product information in one first paragraph. And then blonde, number 8, this refers to the brand. What is it? It's high quality outdoor clothing, traditional manufacturing techniques, and fair production conditions are something the company takes for granted, is obvious for the company. Visit us in one of our 16 stores at the Baltic Sea. Enjoy this sweet joie de vivre during a beach day. So this is the first version of the text, and this is the story type number 3.
Hier beziehen wir uns also genau auf diese Daten und haben das entsprechend.
So we are referring here to these data and see the result. Another result, please. It's about the same product. Yes, what would you like to see, Saim? One of the 3 other story types. You can choose. We haven't prepared that such sophistically. We could have started with 1, but we didn't. So this is what happens whenever you want to show something. So Pier 14 with an individual paragraph about them. Now I was lucky. Here we've got one. Great. Again, in the title, the blonde number 8 vest from the spring summer collection in green, but it doesn't mention women's wear because there might be people who search for the collection instead of entering women. And you see that the beginning is a little different, stretchy nylon and fast drying polyester. It's a different product feature that is mentioned here. It's the same composition, it's the same cardigan, but it's been formulated in a different way. So this new cardigan is great, and how to wash it is next. Again, you must not iron it, you must not put it into the dryer. It's the young brand for a casual look. It's never been so easy to do holiday shopping, order in our stores and pick it up in one of our stores, build castles in the sand while you wait for a product. I tried to read fast, Saim says, and he apologizes to the translator. It's a little difficult to read it from when it's read that fast. So this is story type number 1. And now we're going to look at story type number 2. We have a similar, the same product form, and the formulations are different. Maybe we are lucky. Yes, this is number 2. Here we had the hard facts. Before we had them. And here we can also see the founding year. Maybe that's going to show first. We'll see. So this is generated at random, these tags. And now we have to just hope for this to appear what we want to see. Alex is clicking so fast and everything. There's a new version. I hope you can at least read a bit of it. We'll see. We're going to be lucky, I'm sure, and see what we want to see. Story number 4, we can show it because the hard facts are shown as well. They migrated from the bottom to the top. We combine it with the material, this vast in a casual look. Here we have the young brand of blonde number 8 included in this wonderful product, and you can pick it up at you can order it online and pick it up at one of our 16 stores. So the different features have changed position, and then we've got the instruction of things you shouldn't do. And then the brand description, blonde 8. What does this brand stand for? And then we have 16 stores. Visit us and sit down on one of the beach chairs. And now we're going to have a look at the last story type. Maybe we can just turn off the other ones. You wanted the second one, right? Story type number 2, we haven't seen that one yet. We have a problem. We can go in and manipulate it a bit. So we're doing that very fast. Now you can only see the second story. That's the classic. That's what happens. Okay. This is story type number 2. Exactly. Here again, we have a Pier 14 mentioned in an independent paragraph, and the brand information is mentioned at the top, like in story 4. So the brand information in the first paragraph, again, a material as well as care instructions. There's also a reference that's made to the Instagram account. We could also add other social media accounts to focus on that, but we have only done it in this story type. We don't want to guide the users away from the conversion process. We don't want them to click and go to Instagram, but at the same time, we want to give the information and point out that there is the Instagram channel so that there are more followers on social media. That's the underlying idea. These are the 4 story types on one and the same product. I love the sweatshirt Ikana. I'm going to turn on the stories again. Story 1. I don't want to have a typo here. Story 3. I'd also like to say something while you are typing. I love what you did during my holidays. I just gave you some pieces of information, and then I told you I'm going to go on a vacation now. So you keep going. So thank you very much for turning that into such a great text. We can enter them on our website right away, and that's really awesome. Just to give you that feedback, well, particularly in due time before going live. What I like here is the middle paragraph. It says DRYCOM stands for selected fabrics, high quality production, and a consistent fashionable statement. The fabric is produced in France, etc. So the more we know about facts like sustainability here, we can use it. The brand is very young, but DRYCOM is a little older already. So this is why we can say more about it. When will the founders and the founding year be mentioned? Here you've got the hard facts. We would have to go back to story 1. Okay, this is story 1 right away. Is a German brand for casual style. DRYCOM is a German brand for casual style. Let's see. What is exciting here is that we have the brand lexicon, the dictionary. Where was it founded? Where is the headquarter based? What country is this coming from? And this is a simple indication. Where's DRYCOM from? I don't really remember. It's my favorite product, but I've forgotten. Kitzingen in Germany. Here we've got a German manufacturer. You could also mention Germany. We've done that in other occasions. So this means Germany, the founding year and the founding location and the founder. All this can be mentioned in one single sentence. And you can see that in the white mode. The story we are telling is depicted visually, graphically. And you see that Marco Götze is the founder, Marco Götz, excuse me. And of course, this is something you research once for the whole brand and you put it into a table and the system uses it, and the country and the location. This leads to the fact that the French style of this brand is absolutely unique. It's from France, or the Italian style is unequivocally clear because the brand is from Rome. And these sentences are triggered. And here you see the French style is highlighted in red. Why that? Because the brand isn't from France, but from Germany in this case. And of course, you mustn't mention that it's the French style. You need other important facts to mention. Anika, this is what you did during your holidays. I think you can just go on holidays again. And we keep going. I'm really happy, and I'll be pleased to put it in your hands. So that was the live status report, and we had more than 20 participants who were with us live. So that's very good. Are there questions from the participants? At the same time, I'd like to ask Alex to start our live texting event. Let's start a new story. You know what we're talking about. We want to do some live copywriting. Are there any questions to Anika, to Alex, or to me? There is a hand raised. Frank, can someone? No, Frank has lowered the hand again. Any other questions? Does someone has a question? We can also unmute the microphone of the participants, and you can also ask the question in the chat. No questions for now. Okay, so let's start with the idea that we want to write an email to a fictitious customer. We sent an article, Frank Vollner, to everybody. Frank is asking a question. No, he just says that his Zoom client is going crazy and apologizes. Okay, so we wanted to write an email to a fictitious customer, and we tell the customer, this is a good product, you can enjoy it for a long time. I can suggest a formulation. I've never received such an email. This is why I'm having trouble formulating one. Frank Belchner has a question, and we can answer it. Frank Belchner asks, these self-made taken pictures, are these sales focused for the product? Question mark. So we have two types of pictures. On the one hand, we have campaign photographs for the summer and spring collection to promote it. This means we have models that come to the island, we dress them up and present the collection and the beauty of our island. And these are the pictures for the campaigns, for the story on the website, etc., to make everything more alive. And then there's another very important part of our and very exciting part of our photo production is what we do in our own photo studio. It's a fully automatic studio. Each product is used with a mannequin, and we have different templates. If we take pictures of jackets, we take the pictures in the same way, and we know how to do the pictures, and we have also something to put the shoes on, and so the photo studio has this and this little photo box as well. We have everything we need. It's the Orbitu is the name of the company, and we always have a similar set, and the photograph just needs to pick and choose the template, and the pictures are done in the same way. So we have consistency here, but that's without models in order to be able to present the products in a similar uniform way. Anika Do you have access to the lifestyle picture of the Baltic Sea? A picture you could just share with us so that we have an idea? Maybe you can share your screen for an instant, because you really invest a lot of effort in that. Without automation, this would not be possible, by the way. I'm going to give you a sneak preview for our online shop that doesn't exist yet, actually, but I'm going to show you. Just give me a second. These automated texts, what is the maximum length that is possible? Thank you. I'd like to speak about that question. It all depends on the data fields and the dictionary entries to the individual brands. But for each sentence, we need 1.5 data points approximately. This means 10 data points. This creates 6 to 7 sentences without any problem that I can write for a product. If it's 15 data points, I have 10 sentences, and so on and so forth. This is just a rule of thumb, but it gives you a rough indication. The more data fields, the longer the text becomes without repetitions. Man socks, brand, boss, black and white, size, etc. These are 5 facts. I can't write a novel based on that, and that would be unnecessary for a pair of socks. It wouldn't make sense. But if I have a jacket with a zipper, features to repel the wind, the logo at the chest, the color is navy, and so this gives me more data fields and longer texts as a result. I hope that this is enough as an answer and addresses what you wanted to know. Sorry, Anika, it's all good. This is the shop that doesn't exist yet. Yes, exactly. This is the homepage with our beautiful models. These are the lifestyle photographs that were taken on the shore. This is our 5-star, this is our star restaurant. Here you see the different shirts, men's shirts, menwear. And here you see the details, the front, the back, the details. And there will be some cross-selling later on as well. Maybe this will also be shot in a campaign, and this picture will be shown here again as well. But at this point in time, we take the pictures in the photo studio, and they will go all the way down to the shop once the criteria are met. You need a price, you need a description, you need the item. It's going to be shown automatically. I don't need to do anything then. That's great. So this has been our focus, and it's a lot of fun. Thank you very much for sharing your screen. If there are any other questions, please don't be shy. Ask your questions in the chat or use the Q&A function. Alex, what's the status? What about the situation in the headquarters in Stuttgart? You would have to share your screen, please. Okay, there is quite a bit of text. This is what the text looks like. We are going to write in this thank you email to the customer. It's nice that you have decided for this shirt. The Pier 14 team wants you to enjoy this new favorite piece as long as you can. This is why we want to give you a couple of tips. Wash your new shirt at 30 degrees. Don't dry it, just put it somewhere and have it dry. Don't bleach and don't put it into the dryer. So this goes to the fashion experts. Again and again, we used to say that something should be ventilated instead of drying. Are there some tips somebody can give us, something we can put in here that would facilitate our life? Could you just participate creatively? We are going to include the information. What are important tips we should put here? No fashion expert. You could air it instead of wash it, just put it out on the deck instead of washing it. For instance, can we add that sentence? And we can add that to the first bullet point at random. The first one is always I have to wash it this or that way. And then we can say, by the way, okay, we'll add another bullet point. And then we select at random one version without typing. Above we said tips already, and now we're saying by the way, übrigens in German. By the way. What product were we talking about? What product? We've mentioned that already. No, you don't need it here. Then, by the way, we could use a personal pronoun like you. Okay, your new cardigan. We change the type. We use a personal pronoun. This is the, and again, your new vest. You can put it instead of the vest. This is automation, and this is the way in which it facilitates, makes life easier. You keep working. There's a new question here I would like to address. Stefan is asking, how many story modules would you recommend as a best practice? Story types, we have 4 at this point, and we wouldn't want to do more. Based on these 4, we would continue our work. And we will define some more types of text, but story types as such, we would start with 4. Four is winning. This is a German title also of a game. So pun intended. But it's a different thing. So this is generated at random. It might be that we show the 3 original bullets or that the other 2 are added at random, say airing instead of washing it. Now we can think about many different things we can do to formulate it. For instance, in the second bullet point, can we show it again, please? Dry it, just don't put it into the dryer, just dry it somewhere. If you want to dry it whilst hanging, it's going to lose its shape.
In dem Fall du groß, ne?
Ja, danke schön.
Da sind bei Pier 14.
So.
Falls du es.
Muss ich jetzt natürlich kopieren.
Ja.
Falls du es aufhängst oder hängend.
Hängend trocknen.
If you want to dry it hanging,
verliert es seine Form.
It's going to lose its shape. I know why I have such a belly. I was dried hanging too much. That's really mean. Live copywriting. Okay, I just have to change it a bit in German. Oh, obviously, Pier gewinnt. This game is also a song or record, and Stefan seems to know it. These are text blocks that will also be introduced in the email. That's not variable, where we could copy them into the text, and this horizontally drying, otherwise it's going to lose its shape, is something we could add. That would be an additional information for the care instruction. This is something, Anika, we are seeing in customers who just start. We're never going to be done. there's always a development, a further development of the text. We're going to give more information to the customer. What's the customer supposed to do? What shouldn't the customer do? We show pros and cons. If you try it hanging, it's going to lose its shape. It's tight fit. And when we develop the shop layout and the shop technology, and the team also aspires to bring about a continuous improvement. So the idea oftentimes is I produce a text and then I'm done. No, there needs to be a continuous development. And this is based on automation that you can do it. The email will suddenly be part of a product description or part of a We Do Care email and product description. This is something you can do with automation. And this is the change in the process of the content team. We think along the lines of further development instead of thinking like we need to be done. On the 22nd of August, this is when you're going to go live. We will not be done by that. We can go online as of today if we wanted to. And if in 2 weeks' time we realize that we want to add something else, we were joking around a bit if because of climate change, suddenly there are no rivers anymore, but just salted beds, riverbeds, we will have to rephrase. And that was just a joke, of course. And this is something we can do with automation. Again, at random, we generate text. If you try it hanging, it's losing its tight fit. There was a full stop missing at the end. Punctuation. Yes, at the end, there's a full stop missing. Okay, and now here it comes. If we click on produce for the email text, how many products do we have in the database? I'm not talking about test objects. I'm talking about real objects. Quite a few. You know what I want to get to? Yes, I do. Alex is looking a little nervous. That wasn't coordinated before. Well, we can try. This is stand-up copywriting. Okay, so we've got the basics here. We wanted to speak about that with Anika, but then we have to enter all the acronyms. That's quite a bit of work. I can't guarantee it to be working now, but we'll see what the outcome is. So we have 23,000 products in here. Do you want to generate all of them? Yes. Yes, so that we can see what's possible. Do you really want to do this? Yes. Congrats, generation is underway. We're going to produce 23,000 tags for all the products that meet this criterion. Some are in green, some are failed, some data is missing, and 399 products met the criteria. Let's still generating. Okay, there's more is coming. You've generated the product texts, but that doesn't really matter now. I have created the product texts. Okay. A few seconds ago. I don't really see it. I have so many windows open at the same time. Well, if we take shoes, this is a blouse, but there is no data. Just a comment. Very soon we'll also have the interface to our merchandise management system, and everything will be included. Jacket hasn't been entered yet. We will have to do that. But here you see the warnings, the instructions. Instead of washing it, well, the jacket hasn't been entered yet. This is there's some fine tuning that needs to be done. but the rest is here. This is when you do copywriting live. Somebody comes up with this idea, let's produce 23,000 texts at the click of the button, but there are still some products that haven't been entered here. We just wanted to give you an idea about how to do this email. We're going to sit down, write this email. Frank is giving us a hint. We can put it into the mail where it's not negative for the conversion. You avoid returns and buyer's remorse. So info that's not positive for conversion, only put it into the email. I know why you know what you're talking about. We've been working together for a long time. Frank, thank you very much for that great info. So wherever it's negative for the conversion, we're not going to put that negative stuff. That's very useful. Thank you. My pleasure. Hot topic, Frank is saying. Yes, it is a hot topic. I'm really sweating already, Saim is saying. So after stressing Alex because we wanted her to produce 20,000 texts fast, well, are there any questions from the audience? I learned that there are people who listen to us in the car as a podcast. It's going to be difficult for this session, but are there any questions to me, to Anika, or to Alex? Heike, when is the next meetup? It's going to be on the 13th of September. We're going to take a break for summer now, the rest of August, and on September 13th, we're going to start again right away. And it's going to be you again, Anika, with the third and last episode of us accompanying this project. And it's going to be very interesting again. Yes, I'm sure it will. So the audience is already also thanking us. Thank you very much for being with us, although it's really hot. Thank you for being here. The third episode will be exciting again. We've never done that before. I love this format. It's sensational because it shows how work is progressing in a very transparent manner, what the stumbling blocks are. And the third episode, we're going to talk about the cooperation between the different service providers. This is the wonderful world of copywriting. We are solely responsible for what we're doing with the text, but there's a lot of work going on in the background, and we don't want to hide that from all of you. So we want to be very transparent. And so I can only say thanks to everybody who've been with us. Thanks for translating. Thanks for managing the survey. Thanks to Alex, my co-host, who really texted live, and thanks to Anika for being here right after her holidays to accept our live status reporting, to listen to it, to give us feedback. So the only thing that's left for me to say is stay safe, stay healthy. We're going to see each other on the 30th of September at the latest for our AX Semantics meetup.